Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Testing Mini Bytes. I am your friend Amudan Shaktivel, and this is an announcement regarding the upcoming online training for Rest Assured. Right, so there has been so many requests, sent to me via email, Telegram chats, and Facebook chats that they want to, me to conduct some online training. I was doing that before, but due to some personal reasons, I have stopped in between, and I am planning to start it again. I have conducted a survey in Testing Mini Bytes, post. So everyone has responded for the rest assured. Almost 70% of the response came for the rest assured. I have other given other options like APM and Selenium Java batch, but most of them have choose rest assured. So I thought, okay, let me have a you know some detailed course on rest assured, right? So I'm not going to only cover rest assured. I'm also going to cover Postman, how to do automation with Postman, how we can do manual testing with Postman, how we can use SOAP UI for web service testing, how we can do automation using SOAP UI and Groovy. So it's going to be an extensive course on rest assured, not only on rest assured but also the whole API testing. Because right, so if you learn only rest assured, if you go into a new project, okay, they may use SOAP UI and Groovy, so you might not feel very comfortable with that. So I thought I will cover the whole cluster, right? So it will be very easy for you. And this time I'm introducing a lot of topics. Okay, we'll see all of them in detail. This is a video about my course announcement, guys. So this is for the rest assured and March end batch. Mostly I will be starting it on March 23rd or the 25th, based on everyone's availability. And the timings will be from 7 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. IST, right? So Indian Standard Time. So if you're from other location, please check whether you can attend this particular time, right? So most importantly, I will give the recordings, to you after the session. So if you have some doubts, you can also go through that again, and then you can connect with me one to one if you have any further clarification. So it'll be mostly on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. If everyone is comfortable, then we can also conduct it on Friday as well. So predominantly I will not be conducting on Monday and Sunday. So apart from that, I'm open for all other days, because those are the very important days. Monday will be very busy in office, and Sunday it's time to take rest. So I don't normally take classes on these 2 days. So if everyone is comfortable, once I find these 15 people, I'll do a separate check with them regarding the days as well. So if everyone is comfortable, then we can also take it on Friday as well, right? So this going to be a 30 hours course splitted over 2.5 to 3 months of time. Okay, so if you're someone who is looking for half cooked knowledge, then this is not the course for you. I'm going to cover everything in detail, so it may take a little bit of extra time, but I'm okay with it. So right, so if you are someone who wants a very good knowledge about rest assured, then you may check out the remaining part of this particular video. So the fee is 10,000, guys. So and the number of participants is restricted to 15. Only the 13 will be paying me, and the other two is free for the people who don't have job right now. I have already two people who messaged me after seeing my post that they want to avail this free thing. So I have already two of them. If you think that you also need this, I may not be able to accommodate into a live training, but I can definitely share the video with you. So if you don't have a job right now, please ping me. Okay, I will share the recordings with you. Right, so good. And this 13 participants, I already have some of them. Okay, but if you are someone who wants to attend the training, please do send me an email. I will leave the email in the at the end, and I will also leave my mobile number. You can WhatsApp me regarding any details. Suppose you want to pay it in installments and other stuff, you can do that as well. So I'm not going to speak much on the fee and other stuff. Okay, if you want anything, you just ping me in person, we can speak about it. Mostly I'll try to cover the topic that what I will be covering in this online training. The prerequisite, there is a prerequisite, guys. So basics of Java. Definitely I cannot accommodate the basics of Java, like what is constructor, what is methods, what is variables, what is classes, what is objects, all these things. I definitely cannot accommodate in this particular training, because um, I cannot take everything, so it will take a lot of time for me to cover the basics of Java itself. So I recommend you to have at least the basics of Java like this. If you know whatever the things, constructor, method, classes, objects, and variables, then it's fine, you can join the training. I'll try to do enough justice to explain remaining things But if you don't know this, maybe you can connect with me separately. We can see what we can do about this, right? So yeah, so the prerequisite is only you need to have a good laptop with you to practice, and then you also need to have a little bit of knowledge about the core Java. Good. So major topics that I will be covering in this particular course, revolves around Java. Obviously, we're gonna use TestNG as our unit testing framework, and we also use REST assured library. We use AssertJ. AssertJ is one of the very good library, fluid assertion library that is available in the market. We're gonna be using that. We also use SoapUI, as a web service client. We do a manual testing automation using SoapUI and Groovy. We'll see about that. We also use Postman. We do a lot of manual testing there. We understand how Postman work. We also see how we can create documentation in Postman, right? So I can also take how we can do schema validations in Postman, how we can write simple test cases in Postman, how we can do data driven testing in Postman. All these things are covered in this particular course. I'll also be covering external reports for our API automation when we use REST assured. We'll also see how we can read the data from Excel, how we can drive the tests from our Excel sheet, or your JSON files. We'll be seeing about that. We'll also see about in detail in about the Jackson library and its annotations. Okay, we'll also see about JSON library. This is another library, so we'll be creating our own custom annotations. We'll also alter the existing annotations available in Jackson, and then we'll build on top of it. We'll also see about Java Faker library. We can also see about JFree or whatever. So we'll see about all these things. Availability is one of the very important library that is available in Java, but that is very less used by the automation testers, right? So it is untapped for so long time. Let me tap it and try to use it in test automation framework. I find this a good opportunity to explain these things, right? So we'll see about JSON schema validator. Lombok plugin is another amazing plugin that is available. This is also very less used by automation engineers. We'll try to use all these things. And Apache Commons has a lot of reusable methods and cool library, cool methods available in this. We'll try to use all these things, guys. So whatever that possible that I can cover, I will cover. So this is the major topics that we'll be covering, and this is the course contents. We'll start from the right very basics. Why are API automation, why REST assured, what is the difference between API and web service, you understand what is crude, and we'll also take a real-time examples from uh, open source APIs like Twitter, GitHub, Best Buy, how we can understand the API documentation, how we need to interpret those documentation, right? So we'll also understand what is monolithic and microservices, how this REST assured automation can help you to work with microservice, right? So we will see about all these things in detail. We'll also do a manual on automation testing using Postman. For Postman, you need to use JavaScript. For SoapUI, you need to use Groovy scripting. Groovy is very, very simple, guys. We'll see about that. It's almost same like Java. So we'll understand the request response, headers, what is cookies, response messages, all these things. We'll also do data driven testing from Postman. We'll also do data driven testing from SoapUI. We'll also see how we can write assertions in Postman and SoapUI. Okay, it's gonna be a master of your API automation course, right? So everything will be covered. Even you want to run it from Jenkins, your SoapUI regression suite, we'll do that. Okay, we'll also see how we can produce reports in SoapUI and other stuff, right? So almost everything is covered, guys. So then the very important part, REST assured and TestNG. We'll see about the Maven gradle dependencies, how to set up the TestNG basics. The listeners, there are so many listeners that are untapped in TestNG. We'll do that. We'll also see data provider. Okay, if you want to run hit a particular API with a different set of test data provider will be very, very interesting. So we'll learn about that. We'll also learn what is static imports, because this is very important to understand if you want to work with REST assured, because we'll be doing a lot of static imports in our tests. So learn them about in detail, and you'll also see how we can add different ways to add headers, how we can add form param, query param, path param. We'll see all these things, guys, logging the request and response into console as well as the extend reports. Okay, we'll also see how we can do assertions with REST assured. REST assured comes with the default Hamcross libraries, so you can do simple assertions with them, but we'll be predominantly using AssertJ. So for our assertions, but we'll still learn about what the rest assured can offer, right? So we'll do that. We can understand how to build a JSON payload, how the JSON payload will normally be constructed, everything. So what are the different methods available in post rest assured? So BDD way of how we can incorporate the BDD way in writing your rest assured code. So we'll do that. We will see how we can send JSON payload in different formats. So we'll see about that in detail. We'll also understand how we can create our pojos. Okay, understanding what is a pojo, how to generate your own pojo. Pojo means a plain old Java object, guys. We can use that to serialize and deserialize objects, right? So we'll see about that in detail. We'll also see about what is online pojo generator, how we can use that to save our time. Then we can also use Lombok plugin, to reduce the number of lines of code that we write. So we'll see about that in detail. Okay, we'll do JSON schema validations. We'll do uh, response storage in text files for our feature and references. We'll do JSON path. What is if you want to do assertions, you need to understand about how JSON path works. It's almost similar to your XPath. We'll see about that, and we'll also see what is online JSON XPath. Sorry, JSON path finder, and we'll also additional components. This is what I told. AssertJ is our Fluent assertion library. We'll see about that in detail. Extend reports, yes, we are going to use the latest extend reports for our framework, and availability is the um, another Java library that we are going to use for our rest assured framework. Good. We in the framework creation, we'll create everything from the scratch. I'll take step by step. Okay, I'll not jump on. If you have any doubts, you can connect with me one to one. Okay, all your doubts will be resolved, guys. So if I cannot find time, we'll find some time on Sunday, and then we'll connect one to one on Zoom. I'll try to resolve your doubts, right? That's why I have kept the numbers limited to 15, so that I can exactly cater your needs, right? So if I have 40 members or 50 members, definitely you feel a little awkward to ask your questions. So the less the number, the more the questions comes, the more you understand, and that's when I get a little satisfaction about the training what I provide. So that's the reason I have kept it to 15, right? So we'll see about how we can create the framework from scratch, how we can build the reusable components, how we can do request builders, some build patterns, some decide patterns that we can use in Rest Assured. We'll also, this is a existing framework that I have in my GitHub. We're gonna develop something that is better than this. So we're gonna use TestNG, Ava utility, Excel plus data provider, JSON plus data provider, everything, Jackson annotations. We're gonna use custom annotations to log some details into the external report. We'll see about that. We also can retry fail tests. You can incorporate some design patterns, for the betterment of the code, the maintenance, and we also integrate with Git and Jenkins so that we can achieve CA as well. So meeting will be conducted on the Zoom. Okay, the video recordings will definitely be provided. If you could not attend the session, definitely you can get the video, go over it, and if you have any doubts, you can ask otherwise. And you can also reach out to me via this particular Gmail, or please do WhatsApp me at this particular number. Please don't call me. Okay, maybe I'll be busy. So please WhatsApp me if there is a definite need. Okay, we can speak over the call. But yeah, this is the core summary that I'm gonna take. So if you are interested, don't forget, I will leave the document in the description. Okay, you can have a look at it. If you have any doubts, please feel to reach out to me. Okay, so we'll speak about the course, the timings, and other stuff. So that's all, guys. That's all I have to share. I hope I'll see you in the training, online training. Until then, you all have a very good day. Tada, bye bye.